Good morning, AP seniors. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're getting yourself up and getting dressed and brushing your teeth and washing that hair. I know I'm doing it. I'm making my kids do it every day just so that we're up and moving and the weather's a little bit nicer. Hopefully you can get outside and get some fresh air. I know a lot of you are still out there working, whether it's ShopRite or Wendy's or whatever it is you do work. And I'm really concerned about you guys. I hope you're taking the right precautions. You're washing your hands constantly. You're wearing gloves. You're not touching your phone with your dirty gloves. Watch for cross-contamination. Okay, that can happen. And you are not immune to this thing. So keep that in mind also. All right, so yesterday you had the assignment to read The Myth of Sisyphus. And this article was written by Camus, the author of The Stranger. And there's a certain part of this article I was hoping you would find in your written responses to me. And a lot of you seem to not quite get it. So today at 10 a.m., we're going to have a Zoom discussion. I'm hoping everybody can join on just so we can see each other. I miss you guys, believe it or not. I really do. I miss being at work and on my regular routine. And I hope you miss being in school too. For those of you that can't get on, please let me know why and what would be a better time so that we can find time to all get together. Because this is going to be going on for a while now, and this is something that the administration wants us to do. They want us to have weekly meetings. If Zoom doesn't work for us, we can try Google Hangout. I've just heard from a lot of people that Google Hangouts is kind of glitchy and not working very well because the whole country's on it. Zoom is free right now, so try it out. It's working really well. Even me and Miss Goodwin have been talking over Zoom and FaceTime and things like that. Anyway, in The Myth of Sisyphus, there's a line, and it says, "You've already grasped that Sisyphus is the absurd hero." Think about what it means to be absurd and an absurd hero. It says he is as much through his passions as through his torture. His scorn of the gods, his hatred of death, and his passion for life won him that unspeakable penalty in which the whole being is exerted toward accomplishing nothing. Isn't that the message of existentialism? Life has no purpose. Who cares if I do something wrong? There's no point to it. There's no purpose. You live and you die. Isn't that kind of similar to what Sisyphus is punished to do? Roll a rock up a hill. For what? It's just going to roll back down again. He rolls it up and he spends all his time and all his days, getting all the energy he can to push that rock up that hill, and it's just gonna fall back down again. And that's what this article is about. But it says, at the very end of his long effort, measured by skyless space and time without depth, the purpose is achieved. Then Sisyphus watches the stone rush down in a few moments toward the lower world, whence he will have to push it up again toward the summit. He goes back down to the plain. It is during that return, that pause, that Sisyphus interests me. A face that toils so close to stones is already stone itself. I see that man going back down with a heavy yet measured step toward the torment of which he will never know the end. That hour, like a breathing space which returns as surely as his suffering, that is the hour of consciousness. At each of those moments when he leaves the heights and gradually sinks toward the lairs of the god, he is superior to his fate. He is stronger than his rock. If this myth is tragic, that is because his hero is conscious. Where would his torture be indeed if at every step the hope of succeeding upheld him? Think about that for a second. He uses all his strength and energy to roll that rock up to the top of the hill. He gets to the top of the hill. He pauses for a moment and he becomes very conscious that all of his efforts are there to achieve absolutely nothing, because he knows at that moment that rock is going to roll right back down that hill. Think now about that time between the first shot and the next 4 shots when Mayor Salt killed the Arab. Was he conscious the first time he shot the Arab? The sun was in his eyes. There was a glare. It was hot. The sweat was dripping. He was tensed up and he shot the arrow. Then he paused and then he shot 4 more times. Did he know what he was doing between the first shot and the second, third, fourth, fifth shot? Something to think about. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and hopefully you'll get together and meet me on Zoom in a little bit. See you soon.